For most riders, the Grand Tours are the pinnacle of their career. And for Italian rider Sacha Modolo, his breakthrough came at the Giro d'Italia, the Italian sprinter taking not one, but 2 stage victories.
Every year I try to take a small step up. I started by winning normal races. Last year I started to win Pro Tour races. And this year I started to win stages in the Grand Tours. So I try to improve every year.
Lampre-Merida have raced at the top level for years and are a familiar name in the sport. But they weren't particularly fancied to pick up results at the Giro.
It was really nice, because I wouldn't say they were looking down on us, but we started out as underdogs, or at least not one of the big favourites, because we didn't have any big names. But then Diego and I won a stage, and so did Palance. And as a result of those big finishes, Lampre made a big impression at this Giro.
Success arrived early in the race. Slovenian youngster Jan Polance won the first mountain stage, staying clear in the early breakaway and riding to his first ever professional victory.
And he's taken it! There it is! Super job!
I remember Palance's stage win was a bit of a surprise and opened up lots of possibilities for the team. In Genoa, I made a slight mistake on the sprint and touched wheels with inCycle. We still hadn't won a stage yet, so when he finally did, it took a lot of pressure off us, and it all kicked on from there. I remember Diego's win well, because I made a mistake that day, and he saved me by going on to win the stage and bring home the victory for Lampre.
After 2 wins in 3 days, Lampre were on a roll, and it would soon be Modolo's turn. Stage 13, his first Grand Tour win.
Well, it changed my life a little. Now I'm quite popular in my hometown. When I travelled back home from the Dauphiné to Milan, and I was stopped by the controllers, not for doing something wrong, but for being Sacha Modolo, then I knew things had changed. The Giro, for an Italian, you know it means a lot. You can't really celebrate too much because it was the 13th stage and I still had the last week, which is the toughest. But my girlfriend and some of my friends came to visit me at the hotel and we had a meal together. Then the next day I had a time trial from Treviso to Valdobbiadene, and I celebrated that more because I passed through the streets of my hometown and celebrated with all my friends. That was great.
Having enjoyed that, Modolo had little chance to rest before the short stage from Tirano to Lugano. With only 134 kilometers and variable weather conditions, it was guaranteed to be an explosive day.
It was really nice because we suffered a lot for it. And it was an uncertain stage, because you didn't know if you were going to end up in a sprint or a breakaway group. And the way we won it was to make a train, which hasn't been done for a while, I think, since the days of Cavendish and the Ethics Quick-Step team. It hasn't been done since the old tours. I think a move like that is lovely to see, like a work of art, and it was good that we were able to complete it. Sometimes I re-watch the footage, and it's just lovely to watch, in my opinion.
Strong riders need strong teams to support their ambitions. The squad worked well for Modolo in May, and that's something he now wants to build on.
Obviously, what a sprinter like myself needs to do next is plan ahead and create a good system within the team. Without a train in modern cycling, it's hard to maintain a high level in every race. And the sprints become more like a lottery than a sure thing.